I'm so excited. I was on there too, and my freaking heart is racing for you guys. I had to hop off and do a phone call with my new promoter. Woo! I'm so excited. So, you guys, let's just jump in. I'm not going to keep you long because, of course, I have some rock stars on here with me tonight. Kaylie Croup and her team of freaking badasses who are just grabbing all these bonuses. So, hey, what's up? I'm Katie Sucastillo. I'm going to lead tonight's Zoom, but first, really the only thing I wanted to talk about is what was announced today. Triple fast starts, you guys, this is my jam. And I just actually got triple fast start qualified right before this call. So, woo, I am pumped. And I just want every single one of you guys to know that you can do this. You can do this. There was a point, probably like my first 2 years where I didn't even promote this because I just thought it was bizarre. I was like, nobody in their right mind is going to spend $400 in one get-go because that's just the freaking lifestyle I lived. Like, I was in a mind space where I wasn't even going to ever think about spending $400 on myself. I didn't see the value in it. But you guys, these products have changed my life, and you can bet that I am going to scream it from the rooftops now. And I wish I would have done it sooner. So, you guys, in the chat, drop me if you've never even attempted to promote the triple fast starts before because you're scared. Drop a me, because I want to show you guys that literally it's the majority of us. The majority of us are scared to even attempt this because it's just so huge. But I want you to borrow my belief tonight. I want you to borrow my belief. And this is exactly what my team does. And it was taught to me. Stacy, she literally had to shake me by the shoulders one day. And she's like, what is stopping you? And I told her, I'm like, it's scary. I would never spend $400. So why would people spend $400 with me? And you guys, I just literally had to jump into it scared. The first time I jumped and did it scared, I freaking did it. I did it. So you guys, you need to plug into your uplines tonight. The people you see pulling off these bonuses, pulling off triple fast starts every single time, you need to plug into them and just ask them, what are you doing? And then you need to set your pride, if that's what it is, you need to set it aside. You need to set your fears aside, and you need to just copy the right cat for this moment in time, borrow their belief and run like hell, because these are freaking crazy. They are crazy. And you would be so surprised if you just do it. You'd be so surprised at how many people will like jump at this deal, because it is crazy, crazy, crazy. It's crazy. So the only tips I have about that is get with your upline. You need to post about it on your Facebook, post about it in your stories. And not only that, you need to reach out. Do not be afraid. I use the same thing every single time, the same verbiage. And I'm going to turn off my video, but it's because I want to read this to you. And it's the exact same thing. Like, my post is super, super simple. Usually it's like 3 months, half price. And you guys, you don't even have to do half price. You can offer like a sleeve of DFTs that you have laying around, a deal of balance, anything. You can incentivize any way you want, but keep it simple. And then the way I offer it to my people is like super simple. That's the key word. Keep it super simple. But when they like my post, or if they message me with questions, I'm just going to shoot them over something super simple like, okay, first let me send over the deal on our biggest pack right now, and it's brought the price way down. You're going to get 3 months worth of vitamins, shakes, and 2 months worth of DFTs, and a free extra full-size plus line product. Usually this pack is for promoters, so the option to make money with me is on the table too. It's for $400 today, but I'm offering $160 cash back. And guys, that's just what I do. You can offer whatever you want. And then I go on to say, my company offers me this bonus for selling these packs, and I want to give it back to my people. It's an amazing savings, and you'll be able to be stocked up for a good bit. Do you want to grab a spot for this? And you guys, they're going to say yes, because especially my customers who are ordering every month, they see the value in this. They see how the products have changed their life, and they trust me. They are ready to go. So reach outs are huge, and screenshots, because especially if you're not believing in yourself right now, please just reach out and use your upline, because we believe in you and we're going to help you do this. So you all, that's my little spiel. I'm gonna send it over to Miss Croup. I know she's got some tips for this too.
Hi guys. So you're gonna get all the excitement tonight. First off, with this, guys, if you do not understand what double, triple fast starts is, we do have a breakdown in the group, but I want to quickly share something with you that I didn't even realize way back when. So when I first found out about double or triple fast starts, I always thought it was new people joining, right? New people, new promoter packs, any promoter that you have ever signed, if they purchase an upgraded pack right now to get product in stock, that's going to count towards your VIP or towards double, triple fast starts. One thing that you can do, and I'm not saying you have to do this because for a really long time I could not do this, and it doesn't have to be, but it would 100% be worth it, is for the first 3 people, if you were to give back the fast start. So the fast start, if you're new, is what you make on every promoter pack: $30, $80, and $140. Okay, so $30 on the 200 pack, $80 on the 800 pack, $140 on the 800 pack. I think, yeah. So what I do is, if you don't have money up front to give back the fast start, because don't get me wrong, I was not able to do that in the beginning. What you can do is say that you will give them your fast start on Tuesday when you get paid. Okay, you're going to get out that normal fast start for that promoter pack on Tuesday. Then you're going to get the double or triple fast start payout when it pays out. Okay, so that is just a little like tip that you can do. I know you're going to see people doing all different things. Guess what? If you have a whole stack of minis that you can, like, say that you're going to start them off with a few minis, like, it can literally be any incentive. But do not, like, if there is money on the table, like, run. And along with that, as far as the bonuses, if you have, whether it is one promoter, whether it is 10 promoters, go through and really, really try to get them on a one-on-one Zoom. I've been going through and doing that with my entire team. Guys, I quickly found out that, some people weren't aware exactly when bonuses end. Sometimes they didn't, they thought they had her hit by, one person thought they had a hit by the end of this month. So when I told them they had till April, they were ecstatic. One person told me today that, like, literally these one-on-ones are so good because, number one, you're going to get to know the person. You're going to get to find out that what they're running for, what they need help with. So if you're not connecting with somebody, get on a one-on-one Zoom, do one with your upline, with your sponsor. If you don't have a sponsor, guess what? It's fine. My upline is not here. Guess what? There's always somebody that's willing to talk and to help you. So I don't want to hear that, your upline doesn't help you or whatever, using that as an excuse, because you have tons of amazing leadership all within this organization. So as far as these bonuses go, share all of these people have earned. Like Lisa today, she was sharing all these different promotions. Guys, celebrate. People don't know if they're on your team or not. So that's another tip. Start sharing and celebrating everything. If you're not talking about these bonuses and this opportunity, I'm telling you right now, you've got to switch your mindset and think, instead of thinking, oh, you know, caring what other people think, or I don't want to bug people or annoy people, guys, you have to change your mindset that like people need this. There are people out there I can help. There are people out there that need this. Who are you to say that they don't need this? Like, people are sitting there praying for something like this. And, you know, if you're not going to share it, then I mean, you've got to switch that mindset around, that there's people out there that need this and you're helping them. I don't even want to take up any amount of time because I want you all to hear from everybody that's about to speak, because my next guest is Shannon. She is running after an $80,000 bonus, and she's only like 8,000 away. Then she's gonna pass it to Ashley, who literally right before we got on the Zoom hit her $40,000 bonus, and then she's gonna pass it to Mickayla, who's on her team, who just hit a $12,000 bonus. So I want you to like soak all this in and let them share with you what exactly they're doing and give you that belief. My biggest last tip is, as far as if you're not good with closing, if you are not good with sealing the deal with a promoter pack, or used to, you know, everybody wants to sign up for free with you, and you're not good at getting over that hump to get them to purchase, right? Please do a three-way chat. I can sign a promoter over a customer any day. Utilize me if you need me. I will more than happy to help. I use the same verbiage every time. If you were on the Zoom last night, you heard exactly what I say. I briefly go through the promoter packs. I barely even touch base on the 200 pack. Guys, I can sell a 400, 800 pack all day because I don't focus on that 200 pack. And literally my wording is the same every time. Don't be scared to talk about those big packs, because I'm telling you right now, you'd be surprised if you prejudge people. So, Shannon, take it away, girlfriend.
I am going to be so scatterbrained. Also, I just dropped a whole thing of bubbly on the floor. So, I mean, here we go. Hot Mess Express. First of all, can you hear me? Am I good? Everybody's good? All right. The first thing I wanted to just touch base about really super quick, and something that I've been using that's helping me, is the next to rank thing, which is in your reports. And I know that unless you're an 80 or 200K, you don't have that. But if you need it, if you're in our group chat, we can send you the link. Otherwise, ask your 80 or 200K upline, they can get you the link. It's super important because it goes over every single person in your downline, including if you have anybody that's a placement downline, and it tells you exactly where they are and how far away they are from their next rank. So that's helping me a lot because I can touch base with those people then and see what else they need. So to make sure that, like, say for instance, Ashley, I got to touch base with her and be like, okay, you already have that $600 in new PPA that you need, to make sure you're not red-legged or anything like that. You can touch base with the people, work with them, see what runners they have underneath them. And the more people they have under them running for bonuses, the faster they're going to get there. And then obviously you can get those check match bonuses too. I know that we really haven't talked a lot about those, but that is a really good way to do that, by utilizing that report. So again, if you guys don't know what that is, get in our chat if you're not already. Kaylie can send it to you. I can send it to you. I just keep it saved in my notes because I don't have it as a report for myself. But yes, that has been helping me a ton. The next thing I wanted to touch on is promos. So obviously we just got done with free shipping weekend and the balance, and now we've got triple fast starts. Lavelle sets us up for success so much, it's crazy. And I know that, like, Katie Sue and Kaylie were saying that you can give your fast starts back. And if you can't afford to do that, like, I know, like Kaylie said, I couldn't, like, she couldn't afford it when she first started. I cannot afford it, like, when I first started. You can get creative with things as far as promos. Like Mickayla, she was doing like coach purses for a while for like a raffle for all of her new customers. You can do something as simple as that. Spend $30, $40, $50 on a bag or whatever your audience is more into. And kind of gauge it that way. You don't need to give $80 to $100 back to every single person who buys something. So get creative, find something that works for you. As far as new PPA goes and what's been working for me is I have been reaching out to my customers who've been ordering for a little bit, or even just the last couple of months, and getting their referrals. Even if it's just their husbands or their best friends, I'll be like, listen, if you can get your husband on and you can get your mom on, or just, you know what I mean? You're going to be thriving for free next month. So not only is it helping my PPA, but it's going to be helping my customer save some money. And you can't be afraid to ask those questions too. People that are successful in this company, in this business, like Amanda, Jamie, Kaylie, they did not become successful by sitting in silence and not asking. They're not sitting on the opportunity. They're not silent. They ask those hard questions, or those uncomfortable questions, because I know that can be a little uncomfortable sometimes. One more super quick thing I wanted to touch on is, as far as these bonuses are going, is the waiting room. I know a lot of people are a little quick to jump the gun on that, but I want to encourage you guys to wait on the waiting room. If you've got somebody that's close, do not move anybody yet. There's still a whole week left in the month. If you are not sure how to use the waiting room, make sure you get with somebody who either A, understands the comp plan really well, or your 40, 80, 200K upline, because you can utilize that to your advantage and to their advantage if you have volume in your waiting room. And also that's something that you can use for a promo too. Like if you obviously talk to your upline about it first, you can use it as a promo and be like, I know Stacy talks about this every now and again. And if I'm talking to Ashley and I'm like, okay, if you can do $1,000 in volume today, I have $1,000 that I can move under you at the end of the month to get you to that 40K. And that's just an example. But you can use that waiting room as a promo also. I've done that before. It works awesome. I think that's all I really wanted to touch on, because I want these other two girls to get on here and share their awesome tips and tricks with you guys. That's all I've got. I'm gonna pass it on to Ashley. Congratulations again on 40K, babe.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna start crying again. I literally had to pull myself together, like I had to turn off my camera and
Ash, you're kind of muffled.
Hang on. How's that?
Better.
Okay, sorry. I had to get my life together because I literally just sobbed for like 40 minutes because this is insane. So what I really want to talk about tonight is the journey, because you guys, I know a lot of you might know my story. I've said it a lot on Zooms like this, but I came in and I had so many things happening, and I had this team, and I started like accomplishing things, and I started doing things, and then everything just kind of fell apart. Everything fell apart. And I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out why. I'm just going to mute. Hang on. I'm going to mute everybody real quick. Otherwise, I can't think. Everything fell apart and I started doubting everything. You guys, I was like, I can't sign a customer all of a sudden. I can't sign a promoter. My team disappeared. Like, I'm not a good enough leader. Like I must not have been there in the right way. I must not have been doing the right things. And I was so confused because you guys, I was like, there's not been a day since I signed up that I have not done my PPAs. There has not been a day. There are times we've had losses in our families. We've had, I've had fights in my relationship. I've dealt with kids stuff. I've had some really serious job stuff, I mean, I literally was this close to getting fired from my career because of this business. And I was on the verge of losing our main income for our household. We had a lot of things happen over the last 2 years, and I never stopped showing up. And I'm telling you guys, that's going to be your number one thing. And I know so many people in life are going to tell you to keep going and to stay consistent. but there is nothing that will replace that work. There is nothing. If you are building an empire, you can't skip the groundwork. You can't skip pouring the concrete. You can't skip, building a strong foundation. And I didn't realize it in the moment. I felt like I was treading water. I felt like I was not accomplishing anything or gaining any traction. But in looking back now, that's when I started finding myself. That's when I started learning different leadership skills. That's when I started learning different relationship skills. Because, in this business, you're not just a leader, you're a friend and you're a confidant and you're a sister or a brother. And there's so many different roles you play. And I had to learn how to open myself up. I had come from a place where I had zero trust for other people. And I think that's ultimately what held me back for a long time, because I was afraid to love freely. I was afraid to be loved. I was afraid of getting hurt or disappointed or not being good enough. And I've spent most of my life not being good enough, or feeling that I wasn't good enough and being told I wasn't good enough. So when I came into this, I was scared. I was scared to open myself up and be the true me, because I felt like it was never going to measure up. How was I going to measure up to Amanda and Jamie and Kaylie and Stacy and all these incredible, how was I going to measure up to that? And I had a lot of doubt. And I'm telling you right now, the moment that my business truly shifted was the moment when I finally started believing in my potential. I swear to you. And I know you guys, we talk how important IPAs are, daily gratitude, affirmations, we preach it, but it's because that's truly the secret to success. You have to have the right ingredients to make Brian, stop yelling. He's in there yelling. He's calling everybody and their mother, telling us we just went 40K. He's going to make me cry again. But I'm telling you, you have to have all the right ingredients to make an explosion. And it takes all of it. It takes you showing up every day. I promise you that if you show your true self and you love on people, and Kaylie, I said this before too, but Kaylie said something when she came here and visited.
Yes, you're muffled again.
I think people are unmuting. Mute all. Okay, maybe that'll work. Is that better? Why? I don't understand why. It's still muted.
It sounds like your speaker's covered.
How's that? No, my speaker's not covered. How does this to be right now? Did I cry in my speaker? How's that?
Yes.
Okay. So, Kaylie said something when she came to visit my team, and she said, it has to be a perfect mix of you wanting success for your people and you wanting success for yourself. And that really rocked me, because I was like, for so long, I wanted this so much. I seen the vision really early on. I seen what it did for people. I seen how it changed people's lives. And I've seen all these people in my world, and I knew what it could do for them. And I wanted it so bad for them. I wanted it more for them than they wanted it. And in that, I lost the realization that I deserved it too. I deserved it too. My family deserves it too. And I felt when I was going through that, I felt like thoughts like that were selfish. Me wanting success or feeling like I deserve success was selfish. Guys, it's not selfish. That's what we're here for. We're here to level up ourselves so that we can level up other people. And if you don't have that part that believes and knows that you have it, that you are worthy of it, you're not going to be able to help other people believe the same thing in themselves. And what it comes down to is belief. It comes down to knowing that you can do it. And that's when it shifted. And the crazy thing is, all of those months that I was doing all of the things, and I was showing up every day, and I was talking about the business, I was talking about the products, I was going live. I did a 60-day stretch where I went live every day for 60 days. And I was doing all of these things and stepping outside my comfort zone. In the moment, I thought I wasn't going anywhere. But now looking back, that's where all of that foundation was planted. And that's where all of and this is the crazy part, the one you're about to hear from in a minute, she was one of my promoters that started with me, and she left. You guys, she did not just leave. She went into witness protection program. She messaged me one day and said, I don't think Thrive's working anymore. I'm tired. I'm having some stomach issues. Like, I just don't think it's working anymore. And I started to, problem solve with her like we do with everyone. I'm like, how's your water? We're going through all the things. And then she literally like jumped off a cliff and hid under a bus under a tree in like Jamaica. Like, I literally could not get a hold of her. She was gone. And she was gone for a while, you guys. And it turns out she was pregnant. Okay. There was nothing wrong with the products. We know our products work, but she had her life shift and she went in a different direction. And then she came back and she said, you know what? I want to do this. Like, I'm ready. I want to be consistent. I want to show up. I want this for my family. And I said, well, you realize, because I will love on people, you guys. I'm a coddler. I'm a lover. I'm a snuggler. But when it comes to business, I don't sugarcoat things when it comes to business. Like, when it comes to money, I am very straightforward. And I told her, I said, coming back is going to be 10 times harder starting, because you have all these people that started with you to begin with, and now you jumped off the face of the earth and they lost that faith in you. So if you want to come back, you need to be committed, because it's going to be harder than it was to start. And she's like, no, I'm ready. And she was, and you're going to hear her story in a minute, but she was, and she just came back with such a fire. And that's what's crazy, you guys. It takes one decision. It takes one decision. You're going to get off this Zoom and you're going to decide, you know what? I'm getting those triple fast starts. You know why? Because I deserve it. My team deserves it. I'm going to grow my team. And then it's going to set me up for massive success for these bonuses. And then I'm going to go achieve these bonuses. And then I'm going to help people on my team achieve these bonuses. And before I pass it over, I wanted to just touch on what we actually did to create the momentum and the growth, and how so many people are winning right now, because it's different than anything I ever did. Like, what we started doing is working extremely close with people. I used to think when I started promoting that reaching out to my promoters every day, or, calling them or video chatting them, like I was annoying, that I was going to start bothering them, that I was going to feel like I was pressuring them. And I had all these insecurities inside of me. So instead of stepping up and being there for people, I would step back and give them space, because I thought that's what they needed. And it was just completely the wrong thing. So when we decided that we were going to do this, we were really going to do this, and we were going to get it for our families, and we were going to help the people that deserve it earn this, we made a commitment that we were going to work super close. You guys, we did one-on-one Zooms. You should have seen my calendar. I work 50 to 70 hours a week right now. I have 3 kids. So when I say I don't have time, I don't have time. My life is chaotic. Right now, my husband is taking care of the kids, doing dinner and cleaning while I'm doing this. Like, it's hard. So when this all started, we decided that we were going to work very closely with people. So if you guys are not doing one-on-one Zooms with your teams, you guys have to set them up. You have to. And if you're not confident yet doing that, grab your upline and get with your people. I'm telling you, those one-on-one Zooms shifted the momentum completely in my team. People knowing that they're valued and that they're capable, and being able to look in their back office and say, listen, you want 4K? Honestly, you could go 4K with the people that you already have. So many people think that they have to recruit crazy amounts of people. Our comp plan isn't built like that. You don't have to recruit insane amounts of people to be successful or go 200K in this company. Our company is built differently. So you just have to work with the right people. You have to love on your people. So we started reaching out to all the people that had fallen off, all the people that were still here, and we started pouring time into them every single day. We started doing team Zooms recently on Tuesday nights, just so we can love on them, talk about things. And then every Saturday now, we're doing newbie Zooms. So all of these new people, our team is growing so fast. So all of these new people, I want them all to get the same information. I want them all to feel loved on. I want them all to know who everyone is in our team and all the leadership. And it just shifts something. It shifts something. And I think the best thing you guys can do, seriously, to achieve these bonuses, we're literally not even done with month 1 in the biggest bonus period that has ever been. You could literally walk away with, I was adding it up the other day. If you went 200K and you helped, 4 people go 80K, and like, if doing all the math down, like, you could literally make millions of dollars right now. You get a check match bonus on every personally enrolled that hits a bonus. You can achieve these bonuses. Like, there is lots
Ash,
of nice things of money.
what did you
Huh?
tell me? What did you tell me the other day about working what?
What?
She said, guys, I'm about to work smarter, not harder. She has very limited time. She said, I'm saying the same thing in all of these chats. If you guys have not watched the VIP video that Brittany Strike did, you need to. And she literally messaged me and said, I'm doing this on Saturdays, newbie Zooms. I am going to focus on the people who show up, and I'm going to record it for the people who can't. And she said, I'm about to work smarter, not harder.
You have to be every one of you are busy. Every one of you have lives. And I'm guessing that a lot of you probably don't have supportive spouses yet, because that's like a real thing. And I want you guys to know that that's like a common thing. You can come in. You don't have to knock on the door. Come on in. Come on. We're almost done. And, in a lot of times in this business, people think that, Kaylie and Stacy and Amanda and all these people, they walked into this with spouses that were like, yes, we're going to do this together. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited for you to spend all this time on your phone. And I'm so excited for you to take time away from our family and focus on all these Zooms. Like, I'm so happy to be like, no, guys, a lot of times, and you're lucky. I know that there are some people that have incredible spouses, amazing spouses, and that's awesome. And I applaud them and I thank them, because you deserve it. But there are a lot out there that aren't. And my husband, it took him 9 months, you guys, 9 months of yelling at me for being on my phone, of telling me I wasn't spending enough time with him or my kids. It was hard. But I knew with every single fiber of my being, I knew so incredibly strongly that we were going to accomplish things. And it didn't matter how long it took. It didn't matter how scary it was. He was going to eat those words. And now he's in the other room right now calling our family members and celebrating. And he's calling Andrew. Is he on the phone with Andrew? Okay, he's on the phone with Andrew right now, celebrating. And it's crazy. So the last thing I want to leave you guys with is, if you really want to go 200K, right? Who on here wants to go 200K? Who wants to be a Lavelle millionaire? You really want to go 200K and you really want to be a Lavelle millionaire? I want you to think about how many people are going to have to believe in you to do that. How many people are going to have to join your TM and believe in you for you to go 200K? So the first thing you're going to have to do is believe in yourself. Nobody is going to follow you to the ends of the earth or rally for you like my team just rallied for me. Like, that's insane. What my team just did is insane. And they did it because they believe in us. So you have to start believing in you. Mickayla, girlfriend, you got to get on here and speak, because you are fighting.
Okay. I am so freaking excited. Can everybody hear me? I hope everybody can hear me. Okay. So I'm just going to go over my story a little bit, because like Ashley said, you guys, I completely fell off. My face is probably new to a lot of you. So 2 years ago in October, I actually started promoting. And I came in pretty strong. I didn't hit my VIP bonuses, but I did go 4K in my first 30 days. And then it was like your iPad bonus. So you got the $300 for your iPad. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what is happening? I checked my bank account. I'm like, is this real? Like, this is crazy, right? So I just kept running. And I'm like, well, this is fun. Let's keep going. And, I had a little bit of a hot streak there. I was staying consistent. I was signing consistently for a good couple months. But I started in October, you guys, and by like February-ish, I got complacent. At that point, I had a couple legs working, so they were rolling in volume. And then I didn't know like what the heck I was doing, right? I had no network marketing experience. I just came in ignorance on fire, was signing people. And so I stopped working. I fell off, I got complacent, I let my team do the work. And like Ashley said, I had thought the products had stopped working. I'm like, well, I knew that, you start to doubt like, okay, well, does this really work? So I fell off and I checked in my back office today, and I fell off for a good year, you guys. I didn't maintain my rank, anything like that, and I wasn't there for my team. And like Ashley said, October of this year, I sat down with myself. And I'm like, what are you doing, Kayla? Like, you have people all over the place. You post one day, well, maybe I have time today. Well, maybe I can take a picture of my shake today. Maybe I can kind of feel like posting. I just was really super inconsistent when I came back. So October, I sat down with myself. You guys, the biggest thing for growth is you have got to call yourself out on your crap. Like, if you this was me. This was me. You always get those lists of, okay, you need to do your personal development. You need to add 5 to 10 friends. You need to interact, right? So you read those lists, but you just kind of do them to get them done. So you kind of do them half-ass, and you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're not doing it to grow your network. You're just doing it to get it done. And then you wonder why you're stuck, or you wonder why you're not signing anybody. It's because that you're not giving it your all. And you can't half-ass anything and expect big results, because it's just not going to happen. So that was me for a while. I sat myself down. I called myself out on my shit. I messaged Ashley. I'm like, all right, I'm really ready. And I remember her message. It was a voice message. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to be here for you, but you better know it's going to be really hard. Like, you are really going to have to work to get back to where you were. And it was, but like, I was plugging into everything. I actually started doing gratitude. Like, that's the first time since I started this company in 2 years that I would do gratitude every single morning. I was getting in my groups. I was interacting with people. You have got to do the things that these leaders are like, they are
Wait a
giving
minute.
you.
She came in after the 40K challenge, right? The 40K challenge was over, you guys. She came in and did the whole 40K challenge on her own by herself just to get back on track.
Yeah, I was so determined, and nothing was going to stop me. What was I saying? But these leaders, they know what it takes to get to 200K, to get to the Millionaire Club. They are literally giving you lists of what to do every day. And if you're not going to take those lists and put them into action, then you're doing something wrong, because they are literally telling you everything it takes to get to where you want to go. So I started getting intentional with my IPAs, with building relationships. You have to, this is more about, I can't talk right now. This is way more than products. This is way more than money. This is way more than bonuses, you guys. You have got to build connections and friendships and genuinely care about people, and help them feel better. Because if you are just in it to see what your bank account looks like Tuesday, and you're not giving good customer service, that's going to go away. The money's not going to stay if you are not caring and loving on your people. So I came back, and it started to happen really fast. I'm not going to lie. And looking back now, you guys, I want to kind of stem off of what Ashley said, where you start to feel a shift. And her and I talked about it. We're like, this is what it feels like. Like, we're feeling the shift. And looking back now, this business is like a bunch of puzzle pieces, right? Like, there's a puzzle piece. You have to kind of get your customer service down and, learn how to sign customers. And then you kind of have to get like the promoter end down and how to talk to people about the opportunity. And then you have to learn how to be a leader and, get your team to where they want to be. And you have to, work on yourself to make sure that, your mindset is right, and, you're doing all the things. And the shift happens when all of those puzzle pieces kind of just fit together. Like, it all just starts, like, looking back 2 years, I did not have what it took to be a leader. I didn't even know what I was doing. How was I supposed to go and tell somebody how to sign 2 customers and 2 promoters and get their VIPs when, I couldn't even do it? I was doubting myself. And I was so young. And this was another thing for me that was like, when I started, I was only 21. Like, are people really going to join me and listen to my advice and, take the tools I'm giving them to be successful? But over that time, you gain that confidence. It's just so hard to explain, but when all those puzzle pieces fit together, you guys, the shift happens. Everything comes together. Timing is everything, 100%. And never in a million years when I started did I think I would ever go 12K. Like, for some reason I had in my mind, like, oof, like, I like this stuff and I know what it does for me, but that's just not, it's out of my reach. And now I have a promoter on my team, and I wish she would have hopped on tonight, because she not only went 4K in, what was it, like 11 days or something like that, she double ranked. She just went 12K tonight and is triple commission qualified. And her focus is solely on helping people. When your team comes together, they call it the dream team. You have every kind of personality, and everybody complements each other, and you just love on each other. And it's so important, you guys, to pour into your team. Like, looking at it right now, my main focus is I want to see my team win bigger than I want to see myself win, because they trust me. They come to me, they took this opportunity because I told them, it could change their family's life. If you do this and, you give them all the tools, this could ultimately change your family's life. So I don't know. I love my team so big. And Ashley, I'm so freaking proud of you for getting 40K. You are such an incredible human being, and you deserve all of it. You're such a servant leader, and, none of this, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. So I love you so big. And it's kind of all I have, you guys. Just love your people. You have to stay consistent. You have to actually do the work and not just do it to get it done. You have to be intentional with what you're doing, and the rest will come. You just, like Ashley said, you have to believe in yourself. That's half the battle. And if you don't have the belief in yourself, borrow it from someone else until you do. But that's pretty much what I got.
I love that. You guys, one thing that I can take away from this entire call, one thing is, if these amazing women can do this, we can do this. Okay? So, woo, triple fast starts, rank advancement bonuses. Let's make them ours. Anybody else have anything to say?
I got something.
You took it from me.
When I started this industry 7 years ago, I didn't have team chats. I didn't have groups. I didn't have all the tools. If I needed to know something, like, I went and YouTubed it. And you guys are so lucky when you start something like this. You literally get everything handed to you. You have all the tools. You have training Zooms. You have leadership that you utilize and put in 3 ways. You've got Lavelle
The
literally.
bonuses are insane.
Do you want to speak?
No, go ahead. You're doing good.
You've got literally incentive after incentive. And you know what? One thing that I do is I always try to lead from the front. Like, your team's going to follow you. You've got to have that balance where you're leading from the front and focusing on your own business, but pouring into your team too. And it is truly a balance. And it's all a learning process, guys. I didn't just come into this and know all the things. And that's what's so amazing, is you don't have to. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to learn all of these amazing things about yourself. You're going to go through hardships. You're going to go through all of these different things. And what's so cool is when you do go through things, I mean, one thing like Mickayla that she'll always be able to share is how right before she, you know, fell off the face of the earth, she was 200 away from 12K, right? It didn't happen. Timing's everything. You know why it didn't happen? Because she was meant to come back, kill it, and earn a $12,000 bonus. She wasn't ready. Timing's everything, and your time is coming. But if you give up before your time, I mean, I fell off. I want to put one thing into perspective. When I did my 200K like call, I didn't realize it until Lisa had me on a Tuesday leadership call. I was going through my back office and I said, "Holy crap. I went all the way down from 40K to a brand promoter because life happened." And I like just for 2 months, I literally quit thriving for one whole entire month. And I wasn't thriving for free. I went back to work for a couple months. It was literally like the worst few months ever. And I was like, what the hell am I doing? It's sitting right in front of me. Like, why? Why am I doing this? And I got to work and completely started over and re-ranked that very next month. But I want you guys to know, like, if you give up at those moments are what's going to define you. Like, whether you keep going, you have to. I mean, right in the magazine, my biggest pro tip is to figure out what your why is. You have to have a why strong enough to make you cry. If thinking about it doesn't make you cry, it's not your why. And your why is going to change all the time. When I first started this industry 7 years ago, it was to be independent and not have to depend on anybody. Then it was to be a stay-at-home mom. Then it was to get my own place. Then it was to, you know, your why is going to change. Now my why is my team. And the problem is a lot of people want it worse for people, and they try to, you can only motivate your team so much. So if you're struggling at that spot right now where you're like, I can't seem to get my team motivated, guess what? Do the best you can, love on them, but stop dragging. Wait, like, focus on the people who show up. Guys, I've done parties at my house. I have done Zooms. You know what? I focus on the people who show up. You can't focus on the people who aren't showing up, or it's going to just drag you down every single day. So focus on the people who want this. Get a game plan with your upline. Seriously, the way I break these one-on-one Zooms down, I do them is I go through, we reach out. Sometimes if people fall off, they aren't going to open a Lavelle email. They might not even know about these bonuses. Reach out. You know what? The worst they can say is no. That's it. When somebody reaches out to you, be bold. Ask, every single person that reaches out to me, I assume that they're going to be one or the other. They're going to be a customer or they're going to be a promoter. And I ask the question. Guys, you have to get in the mindset of knowing you have something. What's in your hands, everybody needs this. We have the products that make you feel amazing. We have the friendship, the community, the support. We have the extra money with these bonuses. We have the traveling. We have all the things. You need to get that passion and be excited. I never ever, type. Sometimes it's hard because people ask me my verbiage. I voice message. That's all I do. I have no idea what I'm going to say sometimes. I just turn that voice clip on and I go. People don't want some generic robot. People get a bad name for this industry because of those people, because of that copy paste message that is in your messenger that I'm pretty sure all of you probably get all the time. I don't even open it anymore. You know what? Actually, Andrew yesterday
Oh my God,
actually told somebody and it was like, can I just help you? If you connected with people more and actually had a real conversation instead of spamming me, you might be successful. And I was like, can you just please make sure you're nice about it? But people, that's why this whole industry gets, a bad name and people kind of look the other way. So you need to upfront, make sure they know, make sure you know that it's different here. We don't teach that. We don't teach you to cold message. We don't teach you to be spammy. I hate being sold to. So I know everybody else doesn't want to be sold to either. So, I told somebody today, she was struggling about opportunity posts. I said, you want to know what got someone that's been watching you for 2 years? It was the fact that I can go and fill my gas tank. It's not anything crazy, guys. You have to share the relatable stuff. Talk about what you're going for. about if you're going for this $4,000 bonus. Talk about being able to go through a grocery line and, not be scared of your card declining or having to put stuff back. Like, those are the things that people right now need to hear. I mean, right now is boom season, guys. Taxes, people are going to get taxed. That's what I was talking about, you, Crystal. And it's so funny because 2 years of watching, she sent me it. These are the 2 posts that made me reach out to you. And then one was literally being able to fill my gas tank, because I've been there too, where you had to put $5 here, $10 here to get around. Like,
You don't put
guys,
anything in the gas tank.
shut up. So guys, share the relatable stuff, and I promise you, times everything. Be consistent. Everybody's watching. People are watching you, but you've got to know what you have your hands on. You've got to be passionate about the products. You got to get passionate about the business. Find an accountability partner. Work together. I tell everyone, use my post. You can change them up if you're struggling with wording. Some leaders will tell you not to copy their posts. I tell my people, go ahead, copy my post. Like, I'd rather have you post something than not post anything at all. If you're bad with words, I'm bad with words. So guess what? I go through people that inspire me. I use all their posts. Shocker. I know I made it to 200K copying people's posts, but it's true. Don't overthink it. Okay. Just get something up, share it, be real. Share your, your struggles. Be relatable. Go ahead, Katie Sue. Sorry, that was more than one thing.
No, I love it. Thank you guys so much. I just wanted to congratulate you guys again. You're showing us all the way. And I mean, I'm just excited to see what happens over the next few months. And, all right. I love y'all. Let's have an amazing rest of the week. Thanks for hopping on with us tonight.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Happy Monday.